And welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Got a jam-packed show for you. Let's get set up to my podcast partner in the upstate. He's Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Not much. How's everybody doing tonight? Good to see everybody over in the comment section, the chat, rather.
We got a lot of games we're going to pick this evening, Jackpot, including the South Carolina-Alabama game. We'll get into that. Anything football related you want to throw out there, Jackpot?
No, I'm just looking forward to that. Got a football game on here right now. I think there's another one coming on right now, but I've got a bet on this here Delaware quarterback Nick Minitucci to go over 287.5 passing yards, and he's already got. And it's almost halftime. He's already thrown for 170. So we just need about 115 more from him, and that's going to be a pay fat boy type of situation.
Yeah.
He's 17 of 23 right now. We got Danny Dimes out here.
Yeah, okay.
Dealing,
doing his thing. So, yeah, we've got that. And of course, the games to pick this evening, we'll have plenty of time to talk about, different coaches, etc. I don't think that South Carolina is moving on from Shane Beamer. Some people have talked about that, but hey, you never know. Let's just pick games, Jackpot. We don't have to sit and go over that nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I'm tired of that. As for right now, I'm just ready to move on to this week of games, and see what we got. There's some decent games this week. Should be fun and interesting. So,
yeah. All right, the first game is the Mizzou at Vanderbilt. Generally Vanderbilt has been in the shitter for a long time, but this is a game that has some big SEC implications, Jackpot. I mean, you kind of lose here and you may not be able to go to Atlanta, but you win here. You've got a chance. Both teams have a loss.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams' losses to Alabama. So, yeah, Mizzou playing on the road, though. Vandy's giving up 2.5. Which way you rolling there, Jackpot?
Man, I'm rolling the team. I'm not betting against it anymore. I think that Pavio's going to be able to make plays through the air. I think Missouri's pass defense is still sus. This is also another one of those circle the wagon type of deals where they almost beat Mizzou last year at Mizzou. That thing did it go to double overtime or something maybe? It was really, really close. They almost won. I think Vanderbilt's just a better team. I think they win this one.
People have been betting against Vanderbilt. I'd like to think Mizzou with the rushing attack with Hardy is going to be the difference there.
He's not been as productive the past 2 weeks.
That's true.
Facing pretty good defenses, though. And Auburn has a pretty good defense. Alabama's run defense, I think, was kind of leaky, but they held him to like 50-something yards. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna roll with Mizzou here. I think he'll come through for them. So I'll take Mizzou plus 2.5. You know what? To hell with that. I'm gonna take Vanderbilt. It's a coin toss game for me. It seems like every game Vanderbilt's played, Pavi has gone out there and done some great stuff. And even in the Alabama game, he didn't have the game on the field, but he still looked like he was just has an aura to him.
The Army man says he's an Alabama fan. He says that Mizzou was harder to beat than Vandy. Yeah, well, you played them on the road too. And, I know it was only a 3-point win, but it never felt to me like Mizzou was seriously going to win that ball game.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with Vanderbilt. We'll see what happens. Another matchup, Ole Miss at Oklahoma. Ole Miss is getting 4.5 points on the road. Ole Miss has that offense, and and then Oklahoma has that defense, Jackpot. I think I'm going to go with Oklahoma at home and give up the 4.5.
Which unit is stronger? Which strength is stronger? I mean, I think that Oklahoma's going to be able to do just enough on offense to get the job done too. Because I think Mateer's getting a little bit better. He looked a lot better last week against Carolina. Of course, everybody does. But I mean, physically wise, he didn't look good against Texas. I think they can get some yards and points there and expose that Ole Miss defense. I got a stat on that game too, and I don't like these trends all that much because I don't always believe in them because I think every year's team is different and we've got so much volatility with the rosters anymore that maybe these trends don't make as much of a difference. But here is one since 2021. When you got ranked teams and the lower ranked team is the home favorite, which is what we've got there with the Oklahoma and Ole Miss. They are 28-11 against the spread.
Okay.
So just something to throw out there. Yeah, I'm taking Oklahoma too.
Next game is South Florida at Memphis, a battle for the top of their conference there. Memphis has already beaten Arkansas at home. The trendy pick here is South Florida, but I think I'm going to go with Memphis at home. They're playing pretty good football, Jackpot. Give me the Tigers and the points there.
Well, would some of that good football include them losing to UAB this past Saturday? Because they did.
Yeah, they did, but they also sent old Triple D Pitts into retirement, basically.
Yeah, I'm going to go with South Florida. I can't pick against them. I mean, they're just too powerful on offense. They got like 4 running backs. They go 4 deep. They put up a ton of points on everybody they played. Memphis to me is just, I don't know. It's not a vintage Memphis team. I think they're just a little bit more average. I'm going to roll with South Florida there.
The next matchup is Texas A&M at LSU. LSU is getting 2.5 points on the road. I don't think LSU is that good, Jackpot. I really don't, but
I don't either. I've seen them play in person.
Right.
They're not.
Why are they they still get 3 points for being the home field. So on a neutral site, they think that they draw even with A&M. I don't know. I'm not sure what they see here. I'm going to take Texas.
Brian Kelly, since arriving at LSU in 2022, he has lost one night game at Death Valley, one. And that was last year to Alabama. He got blown out. But, I mean, you can't – I mean, they're just not the better team here.
Right.
And A&M has just been rolling. And I know everybody, I think, is just expecting Texas A&M to shut down their leg because they do it every year. And, I mean, they damn near did it Saturday against Arkansas, but they didn't.
Right.
It's their second road game in a row. I don't know, man. You pick.
Well, I told you I got A&M because I don't know what people – I know LSU's at home, but I'm going to take A&M on the road and give up the 2.5.
I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning is, and it doesn't feel like you should pick LSU here, and nobody should pick LSU in this spot. But when they zig, I like to zag. I'm going to take LSU. I think they upset Texas A&M.
We'll see if that happens.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Which leads into our next game, which is Tennessee at Kentucky. Now, I have to speak slowly here. because the Tennessee fans are going to be like, Rob's picking on us. He picks
Well, you better be nice to them. You better be nice to them. Just read that comment down there. You know, they lost their baseball coach today. They're kind of mad about it.
But look, we're about picking to win this thing, right? That's what we're doing here. Tennessee is the better team. They are light years better than Kentucky. Okay? Let's make sure we put that out there. They actually give a shit about football at Tennessee. Kentucky doesn't. All right? They have a better coach, better quarterback, all of it down the line. Everything is better about Tennessee. But in their last 4 matchups at Kroger Field, 2017, they lost by 3 points. In 2019, they won by 4. In 2021, they won by 3. 2023, they won by 6. The point here is there's a pattern. When Georgia plays at Kroger Field, for some reason, they do well. Kentucky does well against them. Ask Texas, who went in there as like a 9.5-point favorite last week, and they had to go to overtime to beat Kentucky. Something about what goes on up there, and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take Kentucky and the 9.5 points, even though I think they'll lose. What you got?
Yeah, 9.5 points. 9.5 points is too much. Right. And that line's already come down to about 7.5 points. Kentucky looked a lot better on Saturday night against Texas. I think the quarterback, he's starting to come into his own there. Cutter Bole. Army man says Tennessee wins. I'm not sure about that. I think Kentucky covers this number. I think they make this thing a rock fight. My only issue is the running back for Kentucky going to play. I referenced this in my video today, old Seth McGowan. You know, the asshole who threw the football and hit Lenora Sellers' grandpa with it.
Right.
Yeah, he got carried off the field and had to go to the hospital this past Saturday night. So karma's a bitch, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But sorry to hear that about any young man. But
it's a bitch.
Everybody,
but he came back, and he actually came back and played. But I don't know if he's going to play in this game or not.
But the comment section's kind of, taking us to task, saying Tennessee's going to win easily. I mean, just all kind of stuff there. But look, they've taken worse teams up there. They've had worse teams for a while, and they always seem to play them tight at Kentucky.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Tennessee was better in 21. But Tennessee was better in 2023. Well, I don't know about 2021 now. That was the Will Levis thing. That was before John Hopeful had kind of gotten them into their own there.
Right.
But that one was what it was. But I'm still rolling with Kentucky. I think they play them tough here and keep this thing close. They do.
Yeah, that's just kind of the way that it is. Even though they're not as good of a team, they end up doing that. Texas at Mississippi State. I looked at this game, Jackpot. I don't think Texas is very good. I think Mississippi State at home with the Cowbells, I think they win that game outright. Arch Manning is a disaster. Give me Mississippi State plus 6.5.
Yeah, I'm going to take Mississippi State as well. I mean, I think they either keep it close or maybe they get that first SEC win in over 2 years.
Maybe.
Cockaboo's conductor has a quiz question. He wants to know who looks more like a hobo on the sidelines, Josh Heupel or Michael Irvin.
Heupel,
Josh Heupel.
Yeah, Heupel looks like he just doesn't give a shit. He looks like he's just been in there reading offensive charts and, drinking Red Bull and forgetting to shave and everything. If you looked at him, he wouldn't look like he's a coach that makes, $8 million a year or whatever the fuck it is they're paying him up there.
No.
He just doesn't. So, next matchup is Kansas at Kansas State. They play for some kind of trophy. Do you know what it is, Jackpot?
Sunflower trophy?
There you go. I mean, that could be true. I don't know.
Mr. State.
I'm taking Kansas State at home plus 2.
I'll roll with Kansas.
All right. Make that one simple.
I think they got the better offense, better quarterback. They're a better team.
Sunshine, sunflowers, and sons of
bitches.
Exactly. All right, next matchup is Syracuse at Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is giving up 17.5 at home. You know, I think Georgia Tech's going to win, Jackpot, and Syracuse has looked like dog shit here lately. I mean, they really have. So I'm going to take Tech and give up the points, even though it's a lot here.
I'm gonna take Tech as well to cover. Syracuse has looked bad ever since Steve Angeli went out, and here's the thing: Georgia Tech. There's a lot of teams in the ACC. Well, not a lot. There's several teams in the ACC right now who are undefeated in conference play, and they're ranked number 7 right now. Do I think Georgia Tech's the 7th best team in the country? No, I don't. I still don't. I'm sorry, but they need style points. They need style points. So everything that they can rack up against Syracuse, I think they're going to do it. So I think they're going to roll them up.
All right. So with that, we go to the next game. SMU at Wake Forest. You mentioned one of those teams is near the top of the ACC is SMU going in and winning at Clemson last week. Not that, not every fucking body's done that here lately. But anyway.
Yeah, they're undefeated in conference too, quietly.
And a Wake Forest team that you could argue has had a decent season as far as Wake Forest standards. Smallest team in the smallest school in the conference as far as enrollment goes.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to be all right. I think they'll cover the 3.5 at home.
I'm gonna roll the other way. I think SMU kind of rolls them up a little bit. I mean, SMU's got the better quarterback. I mean, they're just better all around. I think they cover that easy. You hear? Are you here? I can't hear you. What's going on? I thought I was frozen up or something. So y'all can hear me. He's frozen. Okay. All right. Well, we're going to go to the next game here. That's and I don't know what the line is on that one because it's right out of my reach, but it's Rutgers at home against let me send him a message and tell him that we can't hear him. I think you're frozen. Rutgers on the road at Purdue.
Yeah.
Okay, he left. All right.
No, I'm back. I have to my computer had to restart there for a second, so
okay.
Bear with me a minute, but I said to connect by my phone. But anyway, I'm trying to figure out what the next game is. Hold on here, Jackpot.
It's the shitter game.
Oh, the shitters, Rutgers and Purdue, right? I'm taking Rutgers.
I'm going to take Rutgers too. They're the better coached team to me. I think they offensively, I think they're a better team. Plus, Purdue pissed me off last week. I had them winning outright at Northwestern in an upset little parlay I had. They got beat 19 to dick. So fuck Purdue. They're dead to me.
I like how a team you're just. They fucked you over on a game. You're like, I don't like them anymore.
Well, I don't think they're very good. I mean, I think they're better than they're not good, but I think they're better than what we thought they were going to be this year. But they're still not good. So
anyway, I'm taking Rutgers, and the final game is.
I hated to put Rutgers in the shitter game because I like Rutgers, but they haven't been very good this year. They got beat 56-10 last week by Oregon. a pissed off Oregon team in that.
Yeah, well, that's true. Final game here, Jackpot, is the matchup, Alabama playing at South Carolina. The last game in Cocktober, which is going to end up with 0 wins for the Gamecocks, which I called in, I don't know. Anyway,
Is
Cocktober's a joke.
Cocktober, did anybody at the University of South Carolina come up with the Cocktober thing? Or is that some crap Josh Pate came up with?
I heard it from Josh Pate first, and then I think the South Carolina fans took it over, and they're like, "Oh, it's Cocktober, we're gonna win." And just as I predicted, they're gonna lose every game in October. And I was laughed at by a lot of people, and but it's gonna happen. They're playing an Alabama team.
I don't think that everybody thought we were going to be last in every offensive statistical category in the conference.
Yeah, and nobody thought that. I mean, you had some dum-dums who thought that Shula was a great coach and he was going to turn Sellers into Cam Newton and all of that.
Well, I don't think anybody said he was going to be great, but I don't think that anybody knew that he was going to be the shithead that he is. Except
for me. I called it from the beginning. I said he was an asshole and a piece of shit for a long time, and nobody wanted to hear that. Oh, no, you're just
I don't think you said that. I think you just said maybe he wasn't the best. Maybe you might want to look at him a little bit closer. I don't think you exactly said that, but anyway.
Actually, I pulled the tape, but that's okay. Alabama's at South Carolina, though. The line at the time was at 11.5. I expected to be 14, maybe even 15 at kickoff. The big thing is to see if South Carolina is going to quit or not. Is basically the only thing that I see there. I think Alabama rolls. Give me the Tide, and I'll give up the 11.5.
I mean, I think they're going to win and cover, but I mean, how you think that South Carolina would quit?
Because it's the transfer portal era, and guys may be looking around. It's like, what the fuck? I got to play for this idiot coach?
I mean, a couple of years ago, they were fucking 2-6, and they didn't quit. They won 3 damn games in a row.
That's what's going to be.
So, I mean, they're not going to quit.
Okay.
Well, okay.
I'm just saying, we're going to see if they do or not.
All right. Damn.
Don't get upset. You have to be mad.
Getting upset, goddamn it. Let's move on to the next subject.
All right. Well, anyway, the next, let's see here. That's our final matchup here. Clemson is off this weekend. Hopefully they don't lose to the bye.
Well, they probably will. Damn scum-sucking jizz mop motherfucker.
Jackpot's upset. Army says they're going to win. The Gamecocks are going to score 24 points. I don't think they're scoring 20. Yeah, he thinks he's got Army guys says 38.
We scored out in 3 games.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I don't know I don't know if that's going to be, if they did that, that's a hell of a win. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, there's the link if you want to join the show. Have at it. He says he's being nice. I just don't see a path for South Carolina other than turnovers to win this week. I just don't.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama's focused now. They're not playing. The only path I see is that, and they've played 4 ranked teams 4 weeks in a row. I mean, they've won all of them, but still, 4 ranked teams 4 weeks in a row. That takes it out of you.
Well, they had the game last week against Tennessee, which I read that
they either covered or pushed in all of them, I think, too.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though. They had the whole thing where, maybe that Tennessee game took a little bit out of them. I don't know, Jackpot. I mean, I'm trying to find something here that'll help you out, but I just don't see it, brother. I just don't see it.
I mean, somebody might be winded from running that 99-yard relay race there at the end of the first half of the Tennessee threw a damn terrible interception, which is hilarious. But yeah. Did you know that if Cal wins on Friday night against Virginia Tech, they're going to be bowl eligible?
I did, but did you also know that Nico has the same amount of Power 4 wins at UCLA as Tennessee does this season? Did you know that?
I didn't, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not. They talked all that shit about him, and now looky. Uh-huh.
All right, I am going to end this one. And then hold on. There we go. Now I look silly. I got to remove one of them, right? Is it this one I got to remove? I thought. Yeah, there we go. All right, jackpot. I fixed it now, so we're good.
All right.
Anyway, I think that, in my opinion, the whole three wins with Nico is the biggest, craziest thing ever. So, I don't know.
Yeah, he's had quite the turnaround ever since that coach got fired.
Jarrett, welcome to the program, sir.
What's going on, Rob? I love you. I like you, Jackpot. I like you a lot, but Rob will probably agree on me. I know you want Beamer fired, but who wants to go to Clemson? And I mean, who's going to come to Clemson to replace him? I mean, after he's gone, like who's legitimately going to want to replace Shane?
I'm misunderstanding you here. First of all, Shane Beamer coaches at
South Carolina.
Just saying.
I mean, Shane Beamer, I know he coaches at South Carolina, but if he's fired, who wants to come to South Carolina and coach for them? It's not like it's a dream job.
Well, I mean, he's making $8 million a year, so I'm sure that we could find someone that would take $8 million a year to come there and coach a football team.
How about this, sir? Wait, let's slow down for a second. Here's something that you can look. I'm not the big South Carolina fan, but I can tell you this: if that team is 1-11 or 11-1, they're going to have the same amount of people in the stands. So the people actually give a shit down here. It's not like Kentucky or some of the other schools. They dump money into the program, pretty good. They also play in the SEC, so they've got TV money, meaning that some young coach would want to come here. Hey, he's got the opportunity to play against the Georgias, the Alabamas, the LSUs of the world. I mean, I'm not saying it's like the cherry job, but if you want to go somewhere and build something, South Carolina is a good place to start.
Yeah.
Okay. But South Carolina hasn't really had a track record of getting good coaches, though.
They had Steve Spurrier. He did pretty fucking good for him.
Yeah, but it's been a while since they've got a decent coach. It's been a while.
We've only had one between him and Beamer, so.
Yeah, they kind of missed on old Will Muschamp there, but to be honest, there was a time when Will Muschamp was like one of the hottest names on the coaching market. And if you really
everybody wanted him back in like 2010, everybody wanted him.
Well, and here's the other thing too. You talk about people who'd want to come to South Carolina. Kirby Smart had a handshake deal to come to South Carolina. The only reason he got out of it was because the Georgia job opened. So, I mean, I guess Kirby Smart's a piece of shit. He wanted to go to South Carolina, right?
Well, Georgia is where he played.
Yeah, I get that. He wanted to go home. But if not, he was going
to Georgia fired Mark Richt because South Carolina was about to hire him.
Exactly.
That's the only reason he got fired.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
So y'all can, in a roundabout way, y'all can thank South Carolina. You can thank Steve Spurrier for being shitty the last 2 years he was at South Carolina and quitting his job in a roundabout way for Kirby Smart coming to Georgia and taking you to national championships.
Yep. As for Tennessee, we can blame Joey Aguilar all we want for the pick 699 yards, but let's be honest. Josh Heupel was to blame for that because he wasted 15, 17 seconds on the clock running the ball, not calling any timeouts, 2 run plays, no timeouts. That's the worst clock management I've ever seen in my life. And he put Joey Aguilar in the worst situation possible on the 1 yard line to throw the ball in the end zone when you know the defender is going to be watching him to throw that ball. That's on Josh Heupel.
All right. Well, look.
He's had some questionable play calls this year. He calls
plays.
Yeah. Well, he has an offensive coordinator, but he's like that's just his title.
Yeah, he calls the plays. He better quit calling plays, or eventually he's not going to get fired yet, but eventually these losses will pile up. And Tennessee's going to get tired of him. The fans will get tired of him, and he's going to get fired eventually. Not now, but eventually.
Yeah, that'll take a while. They love him, some Josh Heupel.
All right, go on, Jarrett, buddy. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thanks, man. Rooster, welcome to the program, sir.
What's up, Rob? What's up, Jack?
Hey, I thought I did a good job defending your program there.
You did.
Yeah,
I did. There wasn't anything Jackpot could say other than, fuck, he's right.
Well, there is some narratives out there that people shoot that don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. One of them is they forget Will Muschamp took over a 3-9 football team that lost to the Citadel. 3-9.
Yeah.
He also was recruiting against Clemson, who was winning national championships.
Yeah.
Kirby Smart, who just took over at Georgia. And he had a COVID year with no spring practice, no fans in the stands.
Yeah.
People seem to forget that part. They just want to.
Well, his goose was pretty much cooked by the time COVID came around.
Well, he had one 4-win season. Well, Beamer's had a 5-win season and looking like a 4 or 5-win season this time.
Yeah.
So, it's comparable. If you looked at the big picture, the only thing Beamer has more top 25 wins.
Well, yeah. So I have to trust you on that because I thought, Muschamp had some top 25 wins.
He did.
I don't know. It's something weird about it. I could stomach Muschamp a little bit more than. What am I trying to say here? I could stomach Muschamp a little bit more than Beamer in that I never felt like he was just straight lying to my face. I don't know. Shane Beamer, he just was less. I don't know. He was just less cringy. Does you get that vibe also?
I think Muschamp was very honest in what he said. He just didn't say much. But he wasn't a cheerleader like Beamer. Beamer never takes off his recruiting hat, no matter what he's doing. He's always recruiting.
Well, there's that, but also the way that Beamer delivers the message is, when he says things like, hey, we just beat, insert shit team here. It was after the game where they beat Jackson State, okay?
Jacksonville State, when they said there was a party going on in the locker room.
Remember? And he's like, that we take winning seriously around here. We're going to love them and blah, blah, blah. And then I remember Tim Frisbee telling me, if we just barely beat Jackson State, Spurrier would have been losing his shit, So,
well, if you've noticed, have you noticed that's gone away from Beamer? That whole we're going to celebrate victories around here no matter what victory it is. He doesn't say the doom and gloom and none of that shit anymore.
He's feeling the heat, I truly believe that.
I do think that when he gets he's one of those that he says he doesn't listen to outside noise, but everything he gets called out on like that, the making fun of the finding joy thing. He immediately turns around and corrects it. He stops doing it. It's like he's not going to double down on anything that he believes in because he doesn't believe in shit because he's not genuine. So that's why if you listen to him in his pressers, every presser, I get so sick and tired of hearing this is on me. It's on me. I need to do better. I need to do better. No, that's not what you think. That's not what you believe. You want to throw your players under the bus because you were doing it a couple of years ago. But then when somebody called you out on that crap, you turned around and you doubled down on it's me. It's my responsibility bullshit. It's full of shit.
But Jackpot, I wish you could see practice. It matters. I wish you could be there for the walkthroughs. It matters, Jackpot.
What practice?
We're the national champion of practice because it matters, and you should see there. I have hope because I see practice. That was his last press conference.
Yeah.
You guys don't have hope because you're not at practice.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying not to laugh, but
Rob, it's okay. We're laughing as Gamecock fans
because
we won't keep our sanity.
When I say shit, I get. I don't remember who it was. Someone was bitching in Jackpot's live stream the other day that all I do is rip South Carolina, and I'm like, no, I don't. I absolutely don't. I say things that are true, and you know what? It hurts your fucking feelings because you're sitting there thinking, oh, we're supposed to be 9-3, and you're not. You're not. So deal with it.
They're coming at me all the time in comments now, and I'm just like, look, you need to change teams. No, we need to change coaches. I've been a fan of a team long before Beamer got here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you'll be a fan of the team when Beamer leaves. Yeah. And that's how all fans should be. You will be a true fan. You will outlast whatever coach is there. It's the same thing with Dabo Swinney. He'll be gone, and I'll still be a fan of Clemson.
Yeah. We're not coach fans. We're team fans. The coach fans.
Just because you get older doesn't mean you're gonna get smarter.
Yeah, the only fan base that's a coach fan base is Colorado.
Yeah, just because you get older doesn't mean you're going to change your fucking team, right, Jackpot?
Yeah, you said you're going to continue to be a Clemson fan. I said just because you're going to get older doesn't mean you're going to get smarter. Yeah, you're right. The only one that pulls for a team because of the coach being Colorado. Yeah. I think that's about played out too.
Well, I even had somebody comment to me. A couple guys said, "Well, what about Deion Sanders getting a phone call for South Carolina?" And I'm like, Deion Sanders has health issues, dude. He's probably not going to coach after
this. Will probably be his last job.
Yeah, I mean,
he probably wants to go back into the damn land of I could just sit there and maybe do some TV or whatever, or run around and watch his son be the third string quarterback for some team, you know?
Well, the narrative too about South Carolina's well, what has South Carolina ever been? They don't realize that Shane Beamer is the 20th highest paid coach in college football. We have the money to pay him. Any coach. What's up, Peckerhead?
That's what's on Peckerhead's land over there. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, no, I was listening to some music.
Oh, but James
if I could just chime in one more.
$1,000 more than Beamer did. James Franklin made $8.5 million. Beamer makes $8.1.
Wow.
If I could chime in on one thing real quick, because y'all were just talking about it earlier. Which, by the way, I didn't. That is kind of crazy, James. You said $0.8 million more. I didn't know that, but I wanted to address because I've been saying this the past couple lives, and I think I just saw it tonight. It's again, whatever the man says, it doesn't matter. Rooster, I respect you, but to be fair, he didn't just come out and say we were the practice champs in this press conference. I actually wrote it down specifically what he said. I'd love to read it to you. I understand there's noise out there, and there should be. I'm not happy with where we're at right now. I'm going to get it fixed because we've got great young men in this program. As the leader and the head coach of this program, I realize that I'm letting a lot of people down right now with the way that we're playing. Our players that I feel like I'm letting down, our coaches, our players' families, our coaches' families, the student body, the 80,000 people that pack Williams-Brice every Saturday, the state of South Carolina, from Charleston to Myrtle Beach to the upstate to the Midlands. There's a lot of people that live and die with Gamecock football on Saturdays, and I get it. They're not happy, and neither am I, and I take that personally because I truly feel like I'm letting a lot of people down right now. I'm working hard each and every week to get it fixed, making the decisions schematically, personnel-wise, staff-wise, each and every week to get it fixed. And it's a process, but we're going to get it fixed. We're not far off from where we want to be. That sounds like a man that, in my opinion, has taken accountability. He understands. All I've heard is Beamer don't take accountability. He just talks about practice and this, that, and the other. I mean, the dude realizes what he's doing ain't good enough.
But I think he listened to I think Shane Beamer listened to that rant that I tagged him in on X on Saturday evening.
Well, that's why I wanted to bring that up, because what I've heard from a lot of the Gamecock fans is similar to what Kale and Rooster have been saying. And I've been coming in and saying, what do you want the guy to say? He has said almost verbatim of what you two gentlemen have been asking him to say, other than talking about practice and this, that, and the other in his press conferences. And we're still talking about practice.
Peckerhead. He said the same thing in every canned press conference all year. It ain't changed, brother.
Then that is my point.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Make changes.
It don't matter what he's saying. On one side, what we talked about on that last live, which y'all wouldn't be privy to if you weren't watching.
But the press conference you just read is not what people are making the jokes about. It's the rant after the game Saturday when he went off on whatever his name was, Jack Veltri, and then he got all mad and he's talking about, well, I have hope. I have hope because we're good in practice. I have hope. Y'all don't get to see practice. That's what people are picking at the practice thing about.
I get that, but what I've been trying to saying, first off, this has been going on all year long. I respect what you're saying, Rooster, but this has been going on all year long. It's not just from that response to that reporter. So that's number one. Number two, again, and I didn't want to touch long on it. I just wanted to read this because I did write it down. I think this parallels exactly what you guys are looking for the man to say. And regardless, he said it, but, we're still losing, so who gives a fuck? That's kind of the point I was trying to make. Like, it don't matter what the dude says. He could come out and say
I'm not asking you to say nothing, Peckerhead. I don't give a shit what
I'm talking about Gamecock fans who keep bringing it up. Not you specifically. I'm speaking in general.
I want to see shit done. Saying things don't mean shit to me. I want to see things done. We know Shula's horrible. Why is that guy still in charge of the offense?
The deal maker.
Hey, I'm going to stay on here for about 60 seconds, okay? Peckerhead, Andrew, that's your name, right? Andrew. I understand what you're saying. You're living on the wall, you're going to die on the wall. I get it. But at the end of the day, what Rooster is saying is 100% correct. We're sick and tired of all talk and no action. And on top of that, you have an offensive coordinator that goes on national television today and says we need to keep the consistency going. So what consistency is it? The consistency of non-consistency?
The consistency of being fucking terrible?
Thank you.
And he said we needed to spread the
field. I ain't going to defend a damn thing about Mike Shula, Jordan.
Then he said, hold on. Then he said, when plays break, we need to get the ball out faster. Yes, our offensive line's not blocking well. But then we have a quarterback that breaks tackles, rushes for 20 to 22 yards, and we have to live with that. So he admitted he don't want him rushing the damn ball. He admitted he wants him to be a statue.
Well, hey, can I ask you something, sir? I just wonder because hold on, let me finish for a second here, Peckerhead. I've heard you talk for a long time there, Jordan, about your family's been big Gamecock supporters, and y'all have had tickets
all my life,
your entire life, man. Are you going to switch to Coastal? You were saying on the last time you weren't here, you're going to wear nothing but teal. Why don't you take some of that money your family's been putting into this whole program and send it down to Conway? Because those boys actually want to win down there the way it looks.
Well, you're preaching to the choir because we also support them too.
Well, you should send more money down there. Buy some more concessions down there to give away.
No, they're free.
And I wanted to address what Jordan said as well.
You don't have to buy them. You don't have to buy them. They're free.
I'm saying somebody pays for them, though. You could be part of that group that pays for them.
No. I'm a Coastal fan, but I am a Gamecock through and through. I've got two nieces and a brother-in-law at the University of South Carolina right now. So,
Damn, same time?
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. They sisters?
My nieces are sisters, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I was about to say, how the hell they must damn, that's two twins, that's a hell of a pregnancy, man.
No, they're not twins.
Oh, I was about to say, fucking heck.
Yet they're actually almost 2 years apart.
Okay. But I did, granted, I'm not defending Sheila. I'd never defend Sheila at this point. I think the wrong point in trying to talk about how shitty he is to say that he don't want Sellers rushing the ball. I mean, I just looked it up. Sellers has 84 rushing attempts through 3 games, and he sat out half of the Vanderbilt game.
Yeah. But Rob, I do want to address this, Rob, just real quick. I can't control where my daddy sends his money, okay? I can't control that.
You can control where your money goes, though.
You're not going to get one of those new 43 suites due to be installed after the Clemson game?
Hey.
We already pay NFL prices. Now we're cutting out more common seating to make way for the rich and elite.
When my wife and I started having children 13 years ago, 13 years ago, we gave our damn seats up. So when I go, I'm invited, okay?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's the best way to do it.
Stop showing up and go to Coastal.
We go to Coastal. Do you not look at our pictures and stuff? In our
he was at Coastal the other week.
If you want changes in South Carolina, like a lot of folks are talking about, stop going to the games. Stop buying tickets. You'll get their attention.
You know what, Rob? You said it earlier, though. And you know this.
Oh, I know. But
I was a Gamecock in the 80s. I'm a Gamecock today, and I'll be a Gamecock after Beamer's gone.
Yeah. You could there are things that could happen where, hey, we're not going to sell out all of our tickets. They do it for the basketball program. I mean, and not for football, but I mean, I've seen.
But did you not admit a minute ago when somebody questioned it? Did you not admit why wouldn't anybody want to coach for the Gamecocks, a young coach, because of our support? You said that, right?
I agree with you, which is why I'm saying it's time to do something different, because that support has them spoiled. They know, fuck it. These guys are going to show up anyway. So my point is, stop showing up. Stop showing up and hit them in the pocketbook. They have 43 new bleacher boxes or whatever the hell they are up there.
Nobody, you know what?
If things
you
live
change. Right there in the heart of Columbia. You know that's not going to happen.
Well, that's where a messed up narrative is that South Carolina don't have money. They're about to spend $350 million. Renovate the stadium and
I'm glad you brought that up. My 60 seconds is over with, and I'm about to get off. But I'm glad you brought that up. A lot of people keep saying, why would anybody come to South Carolina? Well, first of all, they need to realize South Carolina is in a lawsuit right now to publicize what they spend in NIL and what the Garner Trust brings in, because they do not publicize it. So they're in a lawsuit right now to publicize it. So anybody, Mr. Billy, I love him to death. Anybody that says, well, South Carolina don't have the money to get those kind of coaches, those kind of players, that is a lie. That is a damn, and I've been on that damn mountaintop. That is a lie.
Well, not only that, Jordan, it needs to be said as well, and they haven't broke ground on it yet, but it's in the works for what? It's like a $6 billion renovation to turn it into Gamecocks Park. It's basically going to be like an NFL venue as far as the surrounding area. It's going to be
my understanding, yes.
Yeah, that's what people don't realize. Once that kicks off, there's not going to be another school in the country like that as far as revenue, game day revenue.
Can I ask you a question? I think Rob and I talked about this about a year or two ago. He brought up a good point, and I agreed with him 100%. Not normally do we agree, but who the hell spends $10 million on damn shitters and pissers? Obviously, we are.
Damn.
Does it really cost that much?
You've also had issues where, hey, we forgot to turn the plumbing on at the stadium. That's happened too. So maybe
that has happened. You're right. That has happened.
I'll tell you, nothing's worse though than just while we're touching on those game day bathrooms, I saw an absolutely heinous video of an Alabama fan doing a slip and slide through the trough after a win. It was just some true.
There's not any piss troughs at Williams-Brice anymore.
Not anymore.
Not any. No. They threw the Woodstock days out. You're not slipping and sliding in what you think's the mud and the shit. No, that's over with.
Well, did you see the Porta John video of the guy and the girl doing?
Yeah, getting it in.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Rob did. He made sure I saw that. I mean, goodness gracious. I think it must have been like 10:30 at night. I checked my phone, and
that's not that would happen just about anywhere. That's not just at South
But
Carolina.
you know the disappointing part about it all,
It
gentlemen.
seems like we've seen so a lot of shit down there, though.
You see the.
hey, by the way,
Indians
before all our Gamecock fans, because I know Jordan, you're about to leave. Can we just reminisce on this beautiful site right here?
now that's the best quarterback we've ever had, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know his son.
Who is that?
I think,
That was
who
Garcia.
is that?
Hey, while you're talking about that, Connor Shaw's getting in. What is it? The SEC Legends of the SEC Hall of something. Connor Shaw's getting honored for that. I guess it's like a Hall of Fame of the SEC.
And Rob knows this. I know he's a Clemson fan, and he gives us credit where credit's due, and he does defend us. But damn, man, y'all got a lot to cheer for. We ain't got shit. So when we're down and out, come on, Rob, throw us a bone, man.
It's a bone, damn it.
I told you how
you
you
got to cheer for right now.
I told you how you could win this weekend. I think you need to be +4 on the turnover margin and hope that Alabama comes in flat. So
Ty Simpson's thrown one interception
shit.
this year, so I am.
Whoever come up with that Cocktober shit does not know South Carolina football. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
yeah, Shane Beamer has one win in
I
the
could
last
be wrong about this, Jordan. Actually, Kale, I'll delineate to you. I saw something online. I think it read something like Shane Beamer's 11-2 in November. Can you confirm that through your
That sounds about right. Rob
encyclopedia?
can probably confirm it.
11-2?
Yeah, 11-2 in his career at South Carolina in November.
No.
No, it's worse than that because he's lost.
He's not 11-2 because he's lost to Clemson and
twice.
Florida, and no, he might probably got a winning record in November.
I thought you had it backwards. 2-11. No, 2-11 sounds about right.
No, not that bad.
Not
Hey,
no
listen,
win.
to be fair, y'all don't think Shane Beamer has garnered the right to at least get a chance to fix the roster as it stands?
He's going to get another year. There's no doubt.
But I'm talking about in your opinion, if you're the AD, you don't
He's
think
gotta
he's
fix
garnered
this.
the right to at least give it a try to fix this roster and stuff?
I'm gonna
I think he needs to clean his mess up. Yes.
I'm going to say this. He has garnered the right. I agree with that. But we have a young AD, just got into SEC. He came from a winning program. He wants to make a name for himself, and every AD wants his guy to be.
Where was
that guy.
Donati from again?
TCU.
TCU.
You know who's there?
And I was bringing that up too. I don't disagree. Going into the season, I was asking something like, which of the major coaches do you think will be the first to get fired? Because I just like you said, Donati's going to want to make his name. I kind of lean towards I think Lamont Paris has a much shorter leash. If he goes out and shits the bed again, I think this might be his last year.
I don't think so on Paris.
I don't think so.
I can tell you why. Because, and I actually told Jackpot this, last year's team he got a complete buy on because he got fucked over on the NIL money and the university knows it.
Damn right he did. There you go. Here's when Rob takes up for South Carolina. I'm
not. I know I'm friends with an assistant on the team, and we talk.
What was the story behind that? Because I never read that.
Well, you're not going to read it because he's not going to put it out there because Lamont Paris has some class. He's not going to put out there, hey, the university fucked me over. He basically was told, you're not going to do what Florida did last year and have extra NIL money to go and get yourself a backcourt because that's what South Carolina didn't have.
Well, they went and restructured his contract and gave him a big old raise after he made the tournament because they thought he was going to bolt for Ohio State.
Right. Well, Paris,
I agree with his contract extension. I do.
Yeah.
That's a Tanner thing because they should have never extended Shane Beamer's either until he proved it.
Well, remember
when they extended that dumbass baseball coach.
Kingston.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
and that fucking
Missouri,
schmuck. Yeah.
still-
I don't even like baseball, but fuck that guy, man.
Well, no,
fuck
I
that guy.
think that Paris has a longer leash because the university didn't really do him right.
But
You know?
but
That's fair. I didn't know the backstory behind
to
that.
answer the question to you, Andrew, the first coach you're going to see cut is Paul Maneri. I can tell you that.
Oh, well, Paul Maneri will get he'll have this season.
I took that as a given. if I'm being honest. Listen, he's going
to has to leave, but he's going to be like, I'm old and I want to go home and with the grandkids and stuff like that because he's terrible.
And, before, Jordan, you head out, I know you've been kind of teetering on leaving. I wanted to give my list of potential OC candidates, and I wanted to get y'all's opinion on that.
Oh, but when I was down, I forgot, when I was down there drinking with those LSU people at that game, I asked them if they wanted that baseball coach back. They were, fuck no.
Fuck no.
Fuck no. And so we didn't want his ass when he was here.
Not only no, but fuck no.
Well, so here's who I came up with. Y'all let me know. I kind of wanted to get who y'all think y'all the thought process on who y'all would like to go with. But
all right, go ahead.
I already know Kale ain't gonna like one of them. All right.
I was not gonna like any of them.
I know Kale ain't gonna like one of them, but I think Mike McDaniel would be
He's
a
not
great
getting
hire.
fired. He's not getting.
You don't think he's getting fired?
No.
The Miami GM already.
They're
said
so
he's not
bad,
getting
though.
What are you discussing? What position?
I mean,
I'm just giving my top candidates of who I would like to see replace Shula.
Do you want a Cam Newton look-alike on the sideline? I mean, he wears skinny jeans halfway down his damn calf. Come on.
But the man, listen, for all his faults, he's figured out a way. Not this year, but he's figured out a way to win with fucking Tua in the NFL.
I don't want anybody who has anything to do with the fucking NFL.
Yep.
No,
You got PTSD from that. That's fair. I think you'll like my next offering. Do you think there's a chance we could pull Kendall Briles over to Columbia?
Nope.
Yeah, you could.
Nope.
Where's he at?
Yeah, you could.
Nope.
He's at TCU.
How many do you have? How many do you have, Andrew?
I was only going to give 3.
Hold on.
All right, give you a
Let me
third
back Peckerhead up on this one because I brought up Kendall Browse too. TCU scores over 36 points a game and averages almost 500 yards. It is heavy pass. They have right now that quarterback has, or I think they got like 2,100 yards passing and about 900 rushing.
Josh Hoover.
Pass.
All right, give you a third one, Andrew.
My third one, this was going to be the more unlikely one because I think he's due for a head coaching job, but I wanted that old North Texas head coach. I think he'd be a great fit for. But like I said, I think he's going to get his head coaching job this year. So that one was the least likely of the 3.
All right, let me throw this out here. I'm getting off here. Okay, let me throw this one out here. How about a guy that was hired by the athletic director, one great hire that Ray Tanner made, that was not up to the coaching staff or the head coach, that's on our staff that just took over the offensive line, that almost beat our ass had it not been for 2 special team scores?
As an offensive coordinator, Sean Elliott? No.
He was a head coach before. I mean,
his Georgia State offense, it wouldn't transfer. I don't think it would transfer.
Bullshit. Y'all got to stop.
Well, no.
He had 2 when he was rolling in Georgia State. He had 2 elite level running backs. He had Marcus Carroll. Who else was it? Was it Lavasi?
Peckerhead. Sean Elliott was not his own offensive coordinator.
Yeah, but
nobody had nuts enough. He
wasn't his own offensive coordinator, but he still has it. Just like y'all say. Hold up. You can't say in the same sentence it's Shane Beamer's fault the offense sucks, and then say in the other sentence, Sean Elliott had no influence on the Georgia State offense.
Pardon me slow down. Pardon me while I cuss out Big Barney Ross for his comment here. He just
God. Don't see Barney Ross. Don't wish that evil on us, Ricky.
Hey, y'all have a good one. Love y'all to death. Okay,
I got a name for
you. All right, buddy.
I know this name. Jake Spavital.
Give me the details on him.
He was at Texas A&M from 13 to 16 with Kevin Sumlin. He whooped our ass as a coordinator. He's now at Baylor, so look up Baylor stats.
The problem that you're going to have, no one wants to hear it. The problem that you're going to have is You're going to have to find someone that respects Shane Beamer enough to come
can't hear
in.
anything.
I don't know what you're doing over there. Can you
But I'm
guys
saying-
talking, right?
Yeah, we can hear y'all. I think you just can't hear us.
But South Carolina has enough money to be able to pull Jake Spavital from Baylor.
But will
not
that
wrong.
guy come and work for
Yeah,
Beamer?
I'm
That's what
not
I'm trying to
wrong.
tell
He's
you.
been in it. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
back
He's
out.
been in the SEC. He worked at Texas A&M.
But that's not working for Beamer. The coach, a
Well-
lot of coaches don't have respect for Beamer.
Beamer's just got to get his hands out of the offense.
I don't know.
They don't
Here's a
have respect
question.
for him. How do you know this?
Here's another name I wanted to mention.
Coordinator's leaving in the middle of the night. Maybe.
Here's something else I wanted to mention, okay? Do y'all think there's a chance we could pull Mike Shanahan from Indiana?
No.
No.
You think he's already accounted for?
If they just paid their coach almost $12 million, you can bet your ass they'll up him.
Yeah, I get that, but it's Indiana. Do you really think they can afford to pay top dollar for coordinators too? I get when you get your guy at head coach, you pay him, but I mean, let's be honest.
He'll get
Indiana ain't rolling in dough over there.
I think
I'll look up his salary real quick too.
I'm on Kendall Browse with you and bring in Sam Pittman to take over as O-line coach.
He's only making 1.15 million. I mean, I think South Carolina is a school that could go in and roll in 3-4 million. Hell, what's Garrett Riley making? Just match that.
Two something.
I don't think it's money. I think it's going to come down.
Status.
It's going to work for Beamer.
Vandy Dandy said
I don't think there's a.
Don Staley runs the athletic department.
But
I
no
don't
matter
think
what-
there's a mass of coaches that just wouldn't work with Beamer. I think that's kind of a red herring.
well,
I mean, he's had elite coaches on, and I mean, hell, he had Freddie Kitchens as an offensive analyst. I mean, I don't know about that.
Peckerhead, I looked up the highest scoring teams if you want to score points. The vast majority of them are head coach play callers. The Tennessees, the USFs, the Ole Misses, all them that score 40 points a game, it's the offensive mind is the head coach. Out of all those guys, the guys that score the most points are like Jake Spavital and Kendall Browse. Kendall Browse, I worry about a little bit because that's Sonny Dykes. How much is that Sonny Dykes' influence? Same thing with Riley that went to Clemson.
Sonny Dykes is an offensive coach.
So you worry about that one. But Spavital's at Baylor, dude. Dave Aranda is not an offensive coach. So you know that's his. He averages over 36 points a game. They have over 2,400 yards passing and 1,000 yards rushing. It's going to be an air raid lean system, which Beamer doesn't want. Because I'm so fucking tired of hearing balance, 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 and we are nowhere near balanced on offense. We suck.
Well, realistically, I mean, go ahead, Kale. I know you're saying
I
something.
think Indiana's probably been saving their money, to be honest with you, over the years. Because, I mean, if you've looked at the shape of their facility, I mean, look at their football stadium. Their stadium's a show. So, and I don't know how much Big Ten TV money they get, but I'm sure it's a nice slice. Plus, their basketball program was bringing in a lot of money too. So, they could potentially shift some of that over to football.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't know, man. Granted, with these 2 years of success and making the playoffs, they're obviously going to have an influx of money, but Indiana just doesn't seem like one of those fan bases where it's like, I'm going to rush to go donate to the booster club. I get showing up to the games, but it takes a little more. Like I said, if you look at their recruiting, I think I said this maybe last week or so, they're not going out and getting 5 stars. They're going out and getting 0 stars and giving them their first payday. So it's not like they're splashing the cash on the nation's top talent. And that's kind of why I said I don't think really it would translate to the SEC. It might. I mean, hell, Vanderbilt's kind of doing something similar, but I think they kind of got a flash in the pan. I'm not sure Cignetti's offense is quite as innovative as the Vanderbilt offense is week to week, but I mean, yeah, like if you look at Signetti, he's not going in and getting 5 stars to just keep it short. He's getting people and giving them their first payday.
Well,
You know what I mean?
So I just looked it up just for the record. And this is off a quick Google search here. Indiana got $75 million from the Big Ten. That was their payout last season.
Wow. Dude.
South Carolina got 52.6 from the SEC. I'm just throwing it out.
I thought they were lower than that. Did they
Indiana went to the playoffs, so
right.
Yeah, they should have got a playoff buyout too, or was that included in that Big Ten payout?
I don't know. It's just their Big Ten payout, and it's just from a quick Google search. So
I want to say you get like $15 million off the top for making playoffs.
Well, they have to split it up with everybody else in the conference.
Right. Everybody else gets a piece of it, but
if you got Ohio State made the playoffs, Oregon made the playoffs too. So and Penn State. So there's 4 teams.
Really? I did not know that was the case. So if South Carolina makes the playoffs, we got to pay out Kentucky, Ole Miss, Vanderbilt?
Yep.
Yeah,
wow.
it looks like that's the way it goes. Tennessee,
see, that's what Notre Dame. Yeah, Notre Dame's independent, so they make the playoff. I'm assuming they don't have to split shit with anybody.
No. Tennessee got the same amount of money as South Carolina did from the SEC in 2023-2024, $52.6 million.
Yes.
So
Andrew, I'll answer your question earlier where you was asking about Beamer getting another year. Here's what I think is going to happen. He's going to have to go sit down in a room with Donati and bring out a book with a plan on who he's going to hire, what changes he's making. I think it's going to be a long discussion, and they'll make those phone calls to assistant coaches together.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been a good show talking about that stuff, gentlemen, but it's getting late. We got a big game this weekend. Jackpot's going to be streaming. But, hey, thank you guys for checking in, man. We appreciate y'all.
Hey, we're beating Alabama. Get it through your head. Please. If Mike Norvell can do it, Shane Beamer can do it. That's all I got to say.
Beating them off?
Oh, hell no. We're beating the hell out of them. Like I said, if Mike Norvell can do it, there ain't no reason Shane Beamer can't. And Mike Norvell did it with Tommy TikTok Castellanos.
I love the optimism.
Hey, but take care. Thank you guys. Hey, stay on so I can send y'all or actually I'll just Venmo you.
All right, there you go. Thank you, Peckerhead. Really, really quick here on that. It's amazing to me that Mike Norvell, who's a piece of shit coach, could beat Alabama, but has lost
He's lost to Stanford and every other SEC or ACC team he's played for the past 2 years.
Yeah, he's pretty much gone 0 against the ACC, but he could beat Alabama. All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later on.